Hi, my dear students. First of all, I welcome you today's online class. Today, we are going to learn a new poem. The poem titled "The Road Not Taken." All of you, please take page number 15 from your Beehive textbook. The chapter "The Road Not Taken" was written by Robert Frost. In this poem, it is very simple and informative poem. The poem "The Road Not Taken." Here, the road symbolizes different options in life. Different options in life when man makes a choice. When we select a career or a profession, we have many choices. How Robert Frost chose his life, that the poem says. All of you take page number 15 in your textbook. The poem is "The Road Not Taken" by Robert Frost. Robert Frost's full name is Robert Lee Frost. Before starting our chapter, here the road. The road symbolizes different options in life when man makes a choice. The central theme of the poem is making choices in life. Making choices in life. All people have to make choices one way or the other. These choices lead the future course of life. Let us start our chapter. The poem has 4 stanzas. Then we can start with the first stanza. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Two roads diverge. Diverge means separate. Yellow wood means wood is not yellow. But here poet means wood at the time of autumn season. That means forest at the time of autumn season. Once upon a time, the poet stayed at the forest. At that time, two roads diverged. And sorry, I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood. Our poet is only one traveler, so he could feel sorry because he could not travel both. That is why he stood long. Long means for a long time. I stood. Long the poet stood there and looked down one. And he stayed there and looked to the one road as far as he could. To where that road it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth means bushes. That road disappeared into bushes. Then second stanza. Then took the other just as fair. Our poet, in the first stanza, he looked first road that is disappeared into bushes. So he just take the other. Then he took the other just as fair. Just as fair means as good as other one. And having perhaps the better climb. better claim means better option. Better option. So our poet took the other as a better option because why he selected the second one? It was grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear means was not worn out. That means unused. So the poet took the second road that was grassy and less travelled. Though as for that passing there had warned them really about the same. When he travelled to that road, poet feels that both are same. Then third stanza. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Both that morning equally lay in leaves. Lay in leaves means covered with leaves. Covered with leaves. Then trodden black means stepped on to crush. Our poet, when he looks that morning, both roads are covered with leaves. No step had stepped on to crush to that area. So I kept the first for another day. The poet thinks that he can travel first road for another day. He selected less traveled road. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Poet doubted if he would ever come back and walk on the first road, but he couldn't do so. One road got connected with the other, and he went on and on. In short, when he travels that road, both roads in the morning is equal. Then last stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh somewhere, ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. I shall be telling with a sigh. With a sigh means deep breath. Ages and ages hence means after a very long period from now or in future. Our poet is telling with a deep breath about his selection. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by. Our poet selected one road that is less travelled. That has made all the difference. That selection made all differences in his life. That means our poet's decision was good and he got a good profession. This poem, Robert Frost says us, when we select a career, it is intelligence is needed. In short, the poet says that one must make a right choice Though one can't say whether it is right or wrong, no one can know future.